Hey guys, welcome to Foundation Week Day 2. Okay, so today I am going to be reviewing this really hyped foundation. Is it just me or is this foundation super hyped? It's so hyped. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. So let me read what it says at the back. It says, okay, it's a liquid foundation. It says it's for normal to oily skin. I don't have normal to oily skin. I have normal to dry, but this is what I have. So this is what we will test. It says it mattifies and refines pores, and it has a natural and seamless finish, so we're obviously going to test that. And I'm using the shade 350 Caramel. I think this is quite a good match for me. So this foundation goes for 1,400. I got mine from an online Instagram store called the 25th Hive. You guys, nowadays there's so many online makeup stores that are selling fake makeup at the price of real makeup, which is really unfortunate. But this company, the 25th Hive, I personally know the owner, and this is not sponsored. I am just trying to help you guys out because the fake makeup that's out there is so much. So she actually, I know her entire process of bringing in the things. I know where she gets them. They're 100% genuine. So I'll have her social media linked in the description box down below. I think you can also get this at the Maybelline kiosks. I know there's one in Yaya. I don't know where else there's one. If you do know, just comment down below. But this foundation is 1,400. Okay, so let's even start off with just the packaging. The smell is decent. It doesn't have a pump. It's quite similar to the Suzie Beauty foundation because you can squeeze it unintentionally and so much comes out, so it can be pretty messy. This Fit Me foundation is actually usually in a glass bottle, but I hear because it's really tricky to import glass and it breaks on the way, they decided to make this packaging just so that the foundation is reach intact. So of course I am going to be testing for the coverage. Is it full coverage or light to medium coverage? I'm also going to be testing to see if it's lightweight, if it's comfortable to wear. Of course I am also going to be testing if it transfers, and I'm also going to be seeing how it wears throughout the day for about 7 to 8 hours. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so on this half of my face I'll be using a brush, and on the other half of my face I will be using a sponge. So this is the primer I'm going to be using throughout the whole week. This is the Golden Rose makeup primer. I think I said that yesterday. Okay, so let's get into the foundation. Whoops! I think this is gonna be a really good match for me. Okay, so that is how it looks on using the brush. The coverage is actually really good. It's supposed to dry to a matte finish, so of course we have to wait and see. But that is really good. I actually really like the coverage I have gotten, considering I've put an extremely light layer. That is good coverage. That is really good coverage. Yeah, and it's quite a perfect match for me, if I do say so myself. Wow. Okay, let's go ahead and use the sponge. Okay, I've gotten equally as good coverage with a sponge. Usually using a sponge soaks up a lot of product, so you end up having to use a little bit more. But with this foundation, I actually like how it's gone on with the sponge. I really like that. I love the finish, so I always put 2 layers of foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and put 1 more layer all over the face. And I'm just going to kind of go over that with my sponge. Okay, so that is how it is looking so far. I really like it. In terms of how it feels, I'll have to wait until it kind of settles into my skin, but so far it feels really good. It feels really lightweight. Now it said that it's supposed to be poreless, so I want to kind of really look and see whether it's covered up my pores, and unfortunately it has not. Maybe I should wait for it to settle in a bit, but I can definitely see my pores coming through. I have not extremely, but I have some large pores in my nose area, and they are definitely not gone. It's not really done anything for my pores, even though it says it's supposed to be poreless. So I'm definitely going to give the foundation a chance to settle into the skin to see if it's going to refine my pores. And then also I'm going to see whether it actually dries to a matte finish. So for now, let me go finish off the rest of my makeup, and then I come back and we do the side by side. Okay guys, I'm back. I went ahead and did the rest of my makeup, and I took a peek at myself in natural light, and this foundation, oh my gosh, it's really nice, by the way. Well done, Maybelline. Like, it's actually really nice. It might be worth the hype, but I will tell you guys after a few hours because the real test is in how this foundation wears. So I went ahead, like I've said, I did the rest of my makeup, concealed under my eyes, put on some lashes and some lipstick. Everything I have used on my face is going to be in the description box down below, so you can check that out. Okay, so now it's time for the side by side. This foundation looks beautiful. It has amazing coverage, and I am so here for that coverage. Wow. So obviously we are going to check and see how this foundation wears throughout the day, and at the end of the day I will definitely tell you guys if this foundation is actually worth the hype, worth your time, worth your money, and all of that. So I will see you guys in a few hours time. Hello guys, I am back after a really long day. Took off my wig, took off my lashes, took off my lipstick, but I didn't touch up the foundation all day. So I want us to now get into it, and I give you guys my final thoughts on this foundation. So this foundation has performed really well, as in I haven't touched it up and I'm not shining. I feel I'm actually, you guys might see like I'm shining a bit on my forehead, but that's just because of the lights. But what I can see here in the mirror is just a perfect, like, it looks like I just applied this foundation. It looks fresh, it looks still flawless. It's not chipped in any, not chipped, what's the word, it's not like faded in any areas. It's just looking like how it was when I first applied it, which I really love. So that's great. Also, it has definitely dried me out a little bit, not as much as other matte foundations usually dry me out, because I have normal to dry skin. So when I put anything matte on my face, it's inevitable that my face is going to dry up. But this one, I think, is also quite, it hasn't dried me up like others do. For sure there's a bit of dryness, for sure, but it's not severe, so that is a plus. So if you have dry skin, I think you can get away with using this foundation. Now let's talk about the pores though, because my pores are there, they are there for sure. And this is supposed to be a poreless foundation. It's supposed to refine your pores. I don't think it's done that for me at all. I have some really large pores on my nose. You guys can't see unless you saw me, in person. I have some definitely large pores on my nose and a bit here and here. So I was hoping that foundation would cover the pores up or do something to the pores, but the pores are exactly as they were. So if you have large pores and they bother you and you're looking for a foundation to refine them, then this actually might not be the foundation for you because it's done nothing at all for my pores. If you have oily skin, I think this foundation will really perform well for you. It dries to a matte finish and it hasn't produced any oil whatsoever, and the fact that it's made me a bit dry and I have dry skin means that if you have oily skin, it's really going to hold up throughout the day. But also if you have dry skin, I think you can definitely get away with this. If you have dark spots, acne, all of that, and you want to cover it up, this foundation can also work for you. So it was really hyped up. It's not a tea that worth the hype, but I would say it's definitely worth the hype. So thank you guys for watching. If you have used this foundation or are currently using this foundation, tell me what the pros and cons are for you when it comes to this foundation. I would love to hear, and so would anyone else who wants to maybe consider buying this foundation. So leave me a comment down below. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you're enjoying foundation week so far, and I will see you guys for foundation week day 3. Bye.